108.6 their score. They go behind Kenki Sato at this point of the competition. William Fox-Pitt is away with Cool Mountain for Great Britain.
Pasture Hayfeeders at 9. Score for Victoria Karlovac and Bally's Geronimo. 20 jumping.
William and Cool Mountain riding this one for the Honourable Miss Teresa Stopford Sackville.
William Fox-Pitt over the first, the state captain for
10-year-old by Primitive Rising. First ever British rider to be world #1. He won the inaugural HSBC FEI Classic Series in 2008. He's the only rider to have won 4 different 4-star events. Kentucky with Cool Mountain this year in the spring, having come off the back of a CCI 3-star win at Blair Castle in Scotland. Le Moulin 4-star in Germany in 2008 with Macchiato. Badminton in 2004, and he's won Burghley no less than 5 times. Williams won medals at all levels for Britain. He's 6 European team gold medals at senior level, 2 individual silvers, world team bronze and silver, and has represented Britain at 3 Olympics, winning team silver and team bronze. Clear of the Kentucky quilt patterns at 3 and 4. William heads now to the first water complex, the Salato Wildlife Centre at 5, A, B, C and D.
Quickly down into the water and out again.
William drops down into the water, looks for the rainbow trout, pops it and up and over the kingfisher as well. Cool Mountain, William Fox-Pitt with the first water safely behind them. Water that claimed the scalp of Linda Algertson earlier on. Just here in the background, Jock Paget, Clifton Promise over the Horse Park Shelters at 23:24. Over the road to Fort Harrod parallel, William Fox-Pitt, Cool Mountain. He goes on to the Welcoming Waters Wishing Well at 8, A, B and C. My apologies, over the road to Fort Harrod, coming now to the Walnut Hall corner. Over the rail, down into the hollow for the ditch, and now the brush corner. And he jumps that easily out of his stride. He does now head to the nest and stone corner at the Welcoming Waters Wishing Well.
Fox-Pitt who always sits very quietly on Cool Mountain, and he lives up to his name, Cool Mountain. Jonathan Paget from Clifton Promise. At the third last, the scallop brushes. He goes the long way round the back of the Land Rover.
So we stay with William up to these Welcoming Waters Wishing Well. Pops that first element, looks now for the corner. No one gone long here yet today. Pops the corner easily enough. William and Cool Mountain head now to the Pasture Hayfeeders. British team currently in silver position. 128.5 after the first rider around. No change to theirs or the German score. Although Nicola Wilson's home on her dressage score, whilst Dirk Schrader is eliminated from the competition, meaning that Germany just have 3 scores in play now.
Standing in 12th, Takayuki dressage score 61.2 penalties. This combination already were the winners earlier this year in a 3-star event at Newquay.
So William at the Pasture Hayfeeders 9A and B. Nicely over that, he goes on to the Falling Dueling Tree at 10.
Second in that same 3-star in Newquay. Second rider for the team from Japan, Takayuki Yumura and Hooligan.
So Marco Capai and Durango for Italy have been on course towards the end of their round. We're just waiting for a score for Jock Paget, Clifton Promise for New Zealand, and second team rider for Japan is on course, Takayuki Yumura with Hooligan, 69th position on 61.2 penalties. The Japanese team on 170.7. Currently lying in 12th position of the 14 teams.
Takayuki Yamara and Hooligan, the latest starters. They've jumped the first 2. Fence 13.
So William here at Fort Boonesborough, fence 13. Jumps the AB element there through the hollow and away over the C element to put that safely behind them. Next question for them, the bluegrass fiddle, the mountain dulcimer. So over that dulcimer, William Fox-Pitt, Cool Mountain. He heads on to the sunken road, the Red River Gorge. Looks well on time. Just under the 6 minutes at this point of the course. Takiaki Umira and Hooligan, we understand, taking the long route through the Salado Wildlife Centre water complex at 5. William Fox-Pitt, Cool Mountain, over the Red River Gorge at 15. It goes on to the Shaker Simplicity at 16.
Durango's jumped 23 and 4, the Horsepark Shelters. William Fox-Pitt.
Durango and Marco Capai at the Horsepark Shelters 23-24, individual rider for Italy. So instead we're going to get glimpses of William Fox-Pitt through the trees on his way to the land between the lakes at 17. Cool Mountain, William Fox-Pitt. Clear the straight route through that land between the lakes. They now turn left-handed now if they're going to go either route. This other water, no one in our view has taken anything other than these big silver birch rails straight in. Pops the Normandy bank. Bounce stride on the top there, having jumped up to those hanging logs. William Fox-Pitt and Cool Mountain, no problems there at all as they go to the Kentucky Horse Park steps. So Martin Swainpool and Cardinal, Namibian warm blood, number 23, going out on 56.3 penalties in 58th position. They go out in the course, second team rider for South Africa. Of course, first team rider, unfortunately Douglas Welch, not completing the course. Deciding to retire as William Fox-Pitt comes to the Abraham Lincoln birthplace at fence 20, the corner there under the trees. So William on his way to the Cigar Lane Sycamore, a long gallop along here to this fence. So just setting up for this. Cigar Lane Sycamore, over that going down the hill to the McConnell Springs. Safely through that fourth and final water on this World Games track. So William Fox-Pitt clear of the Horse Park Shelters 23-24, goes on to the Sexton's Cottage. Martin Swainpool and Cardinal, we understand, pick up a refusal at the first water complex, fence 5, 20 penalties to add for them there. Whilst here at the Sexton's Cottage, Cool Mountain, William Fox Pitt clear of that. They go on to the scallop brushes at 26A and B.
Sexton's Cottage at 25.
So Jock Paget picked up 2.4 time penalties, 46.4 his score in the clubhouse, and he goes to the top of the table at the moment. And Italian rider Marco Capai, 23.2 penalties for him, all time penalties, and that therefore a score of 81.7 for them, just puts them behind Victoria Karlebach for Sweden. In the order, William Fox Pitt over the Kentucky Pride harvest table and safely home. Looks like it's going to be a clear inside the time for second team rider for Great Britain, William Fox Pitt, and his score of 42, which would go to the head of affairs at the moment, this stage of this World Games cross country.